So Phineas Ferb of the Billie Eilish family tweeted some advice to young creatives. A piece of advice to young creatives, quote, shooting your shot, unquote, is promoted widely, and I think honestly, it's a little overrated. Work super hard alone. With your closest friends or your sister. What? And make shit so good it speaks for itself. Don't pester people to work with you. Let them come to you. So a lot of people went nuts about this, and understandably, like basically calling Phineas Ferb on his privilege, saying that like people do need to shoot their shot because a lot of people don't have the connections like they had living in LA with parents in the entertainment industry. So we found some tweets in response, and these are them. I don't think everyone's parents were actors, actresses in the media industry like yours. I believe no one would have heard of you or Billy if you hadn't had the same parental guidance or made effort to network and shoot your shot. Talent isn't all that's required. That's one. Another one. Spoken like someone born to two actors in LA. Here's my piece of advice. Check your privilege. Some of us have full-time jobs and are desperate to escape conditions. My dad was a mechanic and I can't even afford his funeral. I'm not gonna cry, you are. I have $700 in my bank, so yeah, I'll shoot my shot. Next one, very disappointed that you say this. You really need to check your privilege. One, being white, having some of industry connections, and the first is your greater privilege. Someone much more talented and hardworking than you is not getting their break because of their personal conditions that they're born into and can do nothing about. So Phineas and Ferb came to his own defense and says his parents were actually not successful actors and they worked crazy long hours and they didn't know anybody in the music industry, and he explains it more in this tweet. During my lifetime, our parents were never able to financially support us off their work as actors. Our dad worked 12 hours, 7 days a week as construction worker for Mattel, and our mom was a teacher. Our parents gave us love, but knew no one in the record industry. Anyone who saw us tour in 2019 knows our dad insists on sweeping the stage each night before we perform. You're still an ass. So, either way, they grew up in LA. If you grow up around people who have connection after connection after connection, like that's what all LA is, like a bunch of 6 degrees of someone and Eskimo sisters. That's like all it is, right? That's LA in like a fucking nutshell. So, I mean, I talk to people who live in LA, and I'm like, oh my God, hey, Sarah, how are you? And she's like, oh my God, last weekend I went to Joe Jonas's cousin's house for a party. It was crazy. I'm like, sick. How are you? Like, it's all about like who you know, and never eating gluten. So we're gonna do another poll because I'm addicted to it. Okay. Do you think that do you agree with Phineas's advice? Yes or no? Yes, I agree. No, I disagree. You can only write yes or no, and the computer will pick that up, and we'll see these little things rise, and it makes my heart skip a beat, okay? While you guys are voting, I personally think, that's what I fucking thought. I personally agree that Phineas Ferb's advice is trash. I'm happy that he's successful, and he's reached the success that he has because of his sister, and I feel like it's so unmotivational. I see what he was trying to say, but like it wasn't delivered. Like that was not said in the right way. Like what I'm trying to say is I wish he would have just come out and say, hey, stop DMing me your music. I'm not gonna listen to your shit. Also, maybe you, Phineas, had to work alone because nobody liked you. I mean, what the fuck? Work alone? Work alone? Who does that? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, whatever. Working hard and shooting your shot, I think, are both needed. There's plenty of people in the world that work hard with their closest friends that don't get anywhere without shooting their shot. And it's very unfair to say that it's overrated. Like Big Sean, for example, the rapper, he got his break because he waited outside Good Music and rapped to Kanye West as he was walking to his car. Like, what if he would have stayed home? We would never have ass. And who would I be without that fucking song, okay? You have to put yourself out there. No one is gonna nothing is just gonna fall into your lap. Like you can manifest all that you want. You could say like, oh my God, I wanna be the next talk show host on YouTube. And you have to go to the auditions and you have to follow up every 3 days with your boss to be Greg. I am sorry, but I'm not because here I am. But listen, don't pester people to work with you, or like don't put yourself out there. Like, what if you don't have any close friends that don't like to do music or videos or art with you? Like, what is your advice then, Mr. Ferb? You know, like, yes, don't annoy the shit out of people, like have self-awareness, but like, no, I'm going to shoot my shot. So I'd like to say, Robert Kardashian, my DMs are wide open. So let's look at the poll. Wow, outstanding. So he apologized for his, deleted that tweet. So sorry. Deleted that tweet because it became clear to me that it came from a place of privilege and arrogance on my part. I'm sorry to anyone I disappointed or offended. I appreciate those who called me out on it. Thank you for holding me accountable. Blah, 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 blah. Speaking of apologies, I'm sorry, but we have to go on break. Oh, you like that? That's my show. Weekdays, live, 12:30 p.m.